position. Oh! What a nail! As Jonathan Bostic just separated Mike Willie from the football.
Oh yeah, you already know what time it is. It's fourth quarter Boyz Sports. It's the illustrious host, Professor Lake. And you know what it is, man. It's a Victory Monday. The Chicago Bears defeat the LA Rams 15-6. No touchdowns to date, buddy. But before I get into it, you know what I do right around this time. It's fourth quarter Boyz Sports. I'm your illustrious host, Professor Lake. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Chill. Be a fourth quarter boy for life, man, for life. All right, let's jump into the recap. So let's just get this out the way. Mitchell Trubisky didn't have the best game this year at all. He comes away with 3 interceptions, a little over 100 yards passing. But that's not the story of last night. This Chicago Bears defense snatched the life, the souls out of the LA Rams. Yes, they did. When I tell you that the LA Rams could not get one touchdown, they did not set foot in the end zone, you would think I'm lying. But no, the Bears were able to hold the LA Rams to 2 field goals for the entirety of the game. Todd Gurley had a little over 20 yards rushing. There was about 180 yards passing. But once again, these cornerbacks, our secondary, stepped up to the plate, and they were able to hold down a talented wide receiver group. Our defensive front made Jared Goff look like a rookie once again. Jared Goff did not know where to go with the ball at all last game. He was all over the place, overthrowing receivers, throwing the ball into the dirt. He was way off target all through the game. And at one point during the game, I'm waiting for the offensive explosion from the LA Rams. But as the game went on, you could see that the Chicago Bears were not going to relinquish control of the game. You could tell that the defense of the Bears were shutting this team down. They weren't going to score a touchdown after the third quarter passed. They weren't. We talk about this big running back, Todd Gurley, who's been running all over everybody else's defense, not the Bears. What did I tell you guys? I told you guys that the Rams and the Saints have yet to go against an elite defense. They haven't been against an elite defense at all. And when they were going to go against one, when you see the Saints go against Dallas, I don't like calling Dallas's defense elite, but they're a good defense. You saw what happened to the Saints. This is the same situation with the Rams. The Rams came from California. They thought they were going to come here to Chicago and just do what they do against the Chicago Bears. Not tonight, buddy. Not tonight. The Bears had your number. And, we ran to the bank with this one. What makes this game even more savory is that when you take a look at our secondary, nobody gave him a chance. Everybody said, oh, you got to watch the big plays. No one gave Prince a chance to get an interception. No one thought Prince was going to get an interception. No one thought Kyle Fuller was going to get an interception. No one thought that. These 2 cornerbacks have been solid throughout the season, and even I thought they were kind of questionable during the preseason. But I have to take that back. This entire season, our cornerbacks have locked down receivers no matter what the talent level. Kyle Fuller is getting paid, and it's well worth it. Khalil Mack, he's getting paid, and it's well worth it. Prince got paid, it was well worth it. Being patient and waiting for Roquan Smith to get a comfortable contract was worth it. This defense Haven't seen a defense dominate other teams, take the ball away as much as any other Bears defense I've ever seen. When you talk about this front seven, you're talking about guys like Eddie Goldman coming up big with a safety, giving him the ball right back to the offense. This is coming out after halftime, y'all. This is when the momentum really started to turn for the Bears. Eddie Goldman took another possession away from the LA Rams. The Rams thought they had a game plan for these guys. We get this sack, we get the 2 points, putting us ahead, taking away that possession that the Rams were counting on since the beginning of the game, and giving it back to your offense. That's why the Bears are winning games, because they keep giving our offense opportunities to move the ball downfield, and that's just what we did today. Now the score, it's not great, but just think about it. We scored 1 touchdown, 2 field goals, and we got a safety. So our offense was able to move the ball against these guys. It was just that Mitchell Trubisky was just not on target. Mitchell Trubisky was overthrowing guys, and I think a lot of it has to do with his mechanics. And, when it comes to this cold weather, that's when you have to be even more focused and more dialed in. That's when your mechanics kind of affect your throwing ability. I think a couple of those balls sailed. Some of you guys who might have rewatched the game already, let me know if he was throwing off his back foot, because I don't think he's following through with some of his throws, and that's why a lot of times the ball will sail on him. Even with that in mind, I think that Trubisky was just a little bit rusty. Just a bit rusty. I think he'll be better next game. But on offense, what we've all been waiting for is a big game by Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard comes through, he steps up to the plate, gets his first 100-yard rushing game. We really beat up on the LA Rams defensive front. It seemed like the Chicago Bears could get yardage just by running the ball yesterday. Now, a lot of people want to blame the performance of the Rams on the cold weather. I think not. This is a team that everybody predicted was going to beat the pants off the Bears, no matter what the weather conditions. People were not sold on the Bears. People like Deion Sanders were not sold on the Bears. But it's cool. It's cool. When the Bears are in the playoffs, we're going against your Saints. Watch out, Drew Brees, because we have a defensive front that is going to get to you. Get the ball out your hands quick. You better be accurate. And you just got to hope that you got a good enough defense and our quarterback is just not on point that game. You got to hope for things like that playing the Bears. You're not going to come to Soldier Field in December and win games. Matt Nagy is setting a precedent for that. We've taken advantage of playing at home. We've been taking advantage of it. We planted our flag in the dirt, and we're daring teams to come to our field and challenge us. And we've been meeting the challenge. Tariq Cohen also had a nice game. I mean, he definitely was a threat out there. He helped move the chains, but the tandem that we had yesterday was perfect. I think you got to keep feeding Jordan Howard the rock, change the pace up from time to time with Tariq Cohen, but that was perfect. That was perfect. Great usage of our running backs. You got to give it up to the offensive line as well for keeping Trubisky clean throughout the game, for being able to open up holes against Aaron Donald and the Ndamukong Suh. Where were they? Our offensive line dominated those two. We dominated them. Aaron Donald had 2 tackles last night. 2 tackles. You let me know who you think won the, who has the better defensive player, Khalil Mack or Aaron Donald. I'll take Khalil Mack any day. You know, I could go on and on and on about this. The Bears did their thing against the LA Rams defensively. They shut them down. They ragdolled the Lambs. They ragdolled the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs. Great victory. Victory Monday is in effect. Man, I'm impressed by this defense. I'm impressed by this defense. I was impressed by the offensive line play. Jordan Howard finally gets to show Matt Nagy what he could do with the rock. Great game, Kyle Fuller. Great game. Great game, Prince Amukamara. Great game, Eddie Jackson. You know what I mean? Sherrick McManus. Great game. Jordan Howard. Great game. You know what I mean? The whole offensive line, the defensive line, great game. Great coaching, Matt Nagy. Vic Fangio. Man. Vic Fangio, man, this is going to be a problem holding on to Vic Fangio this year. I mean, he's got these boys playing on another level. That dude is like a mad scientist when it comes to designing defenses. Matt Nagy could call whatever he wants to call. He can call whatever he wants to call with a defense like that. But all of that in mind, man, I'm going to check up out of here, bruh. You know what it is. Fourth Quarter Boys Sports. I'm your illustrious host, Professor Lake. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Chill. Be a Fourth Quarter Boy for life. Hit that notification bell for me. Holla at your boy. Bears win. Bears win. Bears win. I'm gone.
And this is, what a nail! As Jonathan Bostic just separated Mike Willie from the football.